getting back. Wow, this is a heck of a clambering opportunity for those up for it, but I'd advise you to be careful and to watch your step, but more so look for your way out. If you think it's really tough getting across a certain passage, then it's probably going to be as tough or tougher getting back. I learned that lesson about this time last year at well, I can't remember exactly how long ago it was, but the last time I was at Chimney Rock in Catoctin Mountain State Park, I'm sorry, Catoctin Mountain National Park, back in the home state of Maryland. I jumped about a 4-foot chasm that wasn't too bad a hop. However, I really didn't quite take into account that the platform I was leaving was almost a foot higher than the platform I was landing on. So when I had to jump back, it was really dicey. I didn't really quite see another way out, and I had to jump 4 feet back across and about a foot up. That's pretty dangerous. That's pretty darn dangerous. I always say I'm not a daredevil, and I've learned my lessons, but you know, I'm still a guy. I like to have fun. You know, see right here, I could get across here, but coming back might be a little trickier. It's hard for you to kind of get a look of what I'm dealing with here, but it's not for the faint of heart. I'm not saying it's impossible, but that this formation is just absolutely insane. Beautiful, dangerous if you're clambering around. The rocks themselves aren't too bad. There's really not much moss on them or anything, but they're so individual, you know, that there's really nothing flat around here at all. So it's harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks. But I just wanted to give you guys a couple looks at the lower portion here at Devil's Den, because everybody you know, favors up there, and I think down here is just really impressive. It is just a gorge of magma. It's just absolutely amazing. It's amazing how this formation became what it is, and pushed through the crust, pushed through the earth, and the you know, a softer bedrock that's mostly sandstone and shale and stuff like that. Really impressive. So, and it's even harder to imagine people getting through here. Now, don't get me wrong, the soldiers didn't come through this. They weren't really fighting in this. Okay, I'll come back out and show you quickly about where they were coming from. Come back to the road here. So there's the greater part of Devil's Den. That's the higher formation, and the formation that most people are familiar with. Way up beyond the top of this little ridge are where the artillery was placed, and the Union was holding its defensive position right around kind of behind that tree, or just behind and to the left of that tree. So you can see the fence there, and that kind of denotes, well, also the road, but also about where the artillery was, or just beyond there. So some may have been trying to sneak around this way, because there is some flat ground. You know, again, so I showed this in another video, but way out yonder, out that way, you got Little Round Top. Little Round Top basically creates a creek. I think they call it Plum Run around here. I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard some people call it. And you could hear the creek down there when I was clambering around. So just beyond this set of rocks that you see dead ahead is the creek, but to the right you have a little bit of flatter and drier terrain. So some could have come around that way. No matter what, it was just a crazy fight. If not for all the rocks and boulders in people's way, were the thickets and just the nasty underbrush, which again probably wasn't quite overgrown as it gets now. But this is kind of the direction that the Confederates were coming from. Still not a walk in the park, because if you look closely, I'm not going to wade too back in here, but it's strewn with boulders everywhere, and they're of different sizes, so you might be kind of looking out for bigger ones, but you will easily trip and fall on your face if you're running through here and not being very careful, and trip on one that's just, you know, about a foot in diameter. It still boggles my mind. I say it over and over again that they actually fought here, that the Confederates actually decided to charge this area and that they were actually successful. It's just insane, 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 insane. So I've taken a lot of videos down here at Devil's Den in the last couple days. This is the last one, and this is the last time I'll be in Gettysburg for a little while. I'm going to give it a break, give it a rest, give the car a rest, and we will see you guys in a few months. I'll be back here.